Minimum wage laws are oppressive. I'm Justin Struble with BSG Advisors, and I've understood this concept since I was a teenager. They sound good, increasing the minimum wage. That worker now gets paid more, and they get a livable wage, so to speak, whatever you want to call it. But the reality is the stress on the business and ultimately the consumer goes up. The business might be able to absorb it, but a lot of small businesses aren't that profitable. And they're going to make the hard decisions on, do they need to fire somebody? Do they need to go out of business altogether because there's not a high enough demand for their products and services? And you might say that's fine, and maybe it is, but that means everybody at that business gets fired and has to go find another job, not just the business owner. The other thing that happens is it makes it tougher for someone with inexperience or low skill to get a job to start with. So yes, the worker that's already there gets a pay raise. That's a good thing. Now they have a higher standard of living. But what it makes difficult is the next worker. Maybe it's your first job out of college, first job out of high school, maybe in high school. Maybe it's someone who has exited the workforce in the past and is coming back into the workforce. Having a high minimum wage means they have to get over that hurdle of competency and expectations, or they're not going to get a job at all. And so minimum wage laws, increasing them, what if you increased it to $25 an hour or $50 an hour? You could say, yeah, this is a reasonable wage, someone should get paid. But the reality is, low skill, low experience, it's a high risk for a business to hire them. And that means this person has a tougher and tougher time getting a job, and there's going to be more and more people who aren't crossing that hurdle and are therefore permanently unemployed because they can't make $15, $25 an hour because they're not worth it yet. And this oppression keeps them down where they're now dependent on friends, family, church, and the government. This oppression obviously hurts everybody in society, but it definitely hurts the poor, the unskilled, and that tends to be minorities, younger people, and that's why I see minimum wage laws as oppressive. So if you want to oppress the poor, the unskilled, the low-skilled labor in your city, town, state, country, increase minimum wages. This will hurt them the most. Don't do it. Give them and the companies the opportunity to hire them at the skills they have right now, whatever that wage is. If they agree to get hired, then it's a good deal for both parties. I'm Justin Struble with BSG Advisors.